All right, I am back with another pickups video. It's been a while, so let's just check out what I got. All right, guys, it's me, Daniel, Fat Ass Gamer. I've been gone for a while, just because I haven't had too much content to film. I've been spending all my money rebuilding my PC setup, which I will do a video on. And as most or some of you know, building a PC can be really expensive, at least nowadays. So I haven't really picked up too much for the collection. I picked up some things, so I'm looking forward to showing it today. And I just haven't really felt like being on YouTube. My dad recently passed, and putting myself out on video and stuff like that, just, I haven't really been up to it. But I've got some cool pickups. One holy grail that I did not think I was going to get. So yeah, let's just kick off. First, I'm going to show off some games. First are just three Super Nintendo games. I have some boxes I got with just for free in a bundle deal. And they're cheap games, they're filler titles. So when I see them out in the wild, I'll pick them up for cheap, and I can complete, or at least, get it more complete. Some have a manual, some don't. So I just picked up these three, the complete three of them. And that is one, International Superstar Soccer. And one, Wing Commander. And one, Newman Haas IndyCar Racing with, what's the name? Nigel Mansell, something like that. So yeah. The next game, I always pick these up if I see them out in the wild, because here in Norway, you don't always see them. You can go on eBay and stuff like that, but then you have customs coming into the country, and it turns the price up twice or 2 times as high. So when I see them, I pick them up. I have two from before, and they're complete in box. This one was just cart, and that is Virtual League Baseball for the Virtual Boy. So just the cart, but that puts my total up to 3. One stupid mistake I did a couple of years ago, I started collecting for the Sega Saturn. I collect for everything, so if I find it, I think it's cool, I'll collect for it. But I didn't have a TV to test the Saturn on. So I collected games, PAL games, and the seller wasn't quite sure if it was a PAL or NTSC machine. Turns out when I finally got the chance to test it, it was an NTSC machine. So I had the options, all right, get another Sega Saturn, spend money on that. And I've been looking at them, just seeing the prices come up and down. And suddenly some guy tipped me off a Sega Saturn Pseudo Kai cart. And what this does is basically lets you play or turn your machine region free. It also lets you play burnt discs. So the guy that sold this to me gave me a big folder of burnt discs, but I might try them, if there's a game I want to try, but I want my games original and complete, or at least original. But it's still fun. So I finally got to test out the Sega Saturn, and I got to test that my games worked. Yeah, I know, stupid mistake, but it's a nice pickup. Next I have is a Game Boy Advanced complete in box Rockman. Which one? Rockman 4? I can't remember. I knew when I bought it, but I can't remember which one it was. To you that don't know, Rockman is Mega Man in Japan. So this is for the Game Boy. It's complete. Box is fairly okay condition. At the same time, I picked up 2 complete PlayStation 1 games. Very nice condition. And that is In Cold Blood. I am trying to collect... Oh. in cold blood, I am trying to collect a lot of PS1 games. I love the PS1. And the second game was Time Crisis. And this is fun because I got an accessory I'm going to show you in a little bit that this pertains to. I also got some, in the US, you guys have regular jewel cases for the PS1. In Europe and Japan, we have a bit thicker ones. So they're a pain in the ass to get replacements. So a local store started selling replacements. I just picked up 10 of those to either swap out with games I have or games that are coming. Because, you know, the PlayStation games are often a bit broken. 3 more newer console games. I picked up the Evil Dead, the game for PS5. I haven't tried it. It was just, I was at a shop and they had it for cheap, so I picked it up. So yeah. Then I picked up what became the favorite game I've ever played. I played it on Xbox Game Pass, but how it was just so amazing that I wanted to support the developer. And they are a small studio, and most people have heard in the gaming community have heard about this. They won a whole bunch of awards at the Game of the Year Awards, and that is Expedition, Clair Obscur Expedition 33. You know, I wasn't quite sure about this. I had several friends, or a couple of friends, suggest this to me. I'm not the biggest on turn-based and RPGs, but I'm getting more into them. And this, holy shit, this was amazing. You know, the first hour of the game is usually, you know, tutorials, a bit boring, but just the story, the music, the gameplay, the traversal, the combat, wow, it's just, it skyrocketed to the top of my favorite game ever. So yeah, I had to have it in the collection. I got it for the Xbox Series, just because I like the controller better, so I prefer playing on my Xbox. And the second one is a game I'm playing right now. I've put in, I think, 10 hours, 8, 9, 10 hours, something like that. And that is the new game, Pragmata. Now you play as a human on the moon, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And you meet this young girl, which is Pragmata, which is basically an android. And while you're fighting, you have to hack the robots you are fighting. So she hacks them while you dodge, and as soon as she's hacked them, your weapons, they do more damage. Yeah. So the next game is also it's not a blunder. You know, in Europe, we have different types of Europe and Japan. The Super Famicom and the European Super Nintendo has a different look than the US one, North American one. And it's typical. You guys in North America hate the way yours look and want a European one. Same goes for here in Europe, at least for a lot of people I know. We think the North American looks best. So I got one. Like I said, I could go on eBay, but I try to do this on a budget. I try to, plus I think it's fun, you know, finding it when it comes out, you're waiting for it. You look for the best price. I think that's kind of the fun of it. So a guy sold it to me for about, I think it was roughly 40 US dollars, complete, but it came with 2 controllers, but it was dirty. And he didn't have a way to test it. So I bought it for cheap, and I was sort of like, okay, hopefully it works. And but I didn't have a NTSC game to try. So I cleaned it up. I opened it up, cleaned it. It was dusty, it was dirty, but it came out looking really, really nice. And just a month or 2 ago, I was finally able, after the PC build, I was finally able to pick up an NTSC game to test it. And guess what? it worked. So that's really fun. So I picked up James Bond Jr. on the Super NES. Haven't played the game any. It was mostly just to test that the console worked. And like I said, it worked perfectly. So, cost me $40. I'm very happy with that. The next game is not a new one, but I really like it. I'm a huge fan of Starfield. I think it's a great game. For Christmas, my wife picked up a complete box. I have the box in the back here. Constellation edition of Starfield. So it comes in this cool suitcase, and it comes with a smartwatch. Actually works. Comes with this patch, a different band for the smartwatch. It comes with, let's see, the game code is in. Yeah. It comes with a steelbook for the game, but you don't get the game on a disc. It's a code, and the code is printed on this metal little clip. This is the currency in the game, and it's really heavy. It's metal, so I think that was a pretty cool addition to it. And yeah, the game code was used. Other than that, the whole thing was complete in box. And I think that was it for the games. Now I just got just a couple of accessories, but one of them is really, really cool. But I'll do the first one, and that is the PS1 GunCon. Works perfectly, works on my CRT, which is why it was fun. I got Time Crisis, so I could actually use it. I think these original PlayStation 1 GunCons are the coolest. Out of all the GunCons, I think this one just looks badass. It looks like something out of Judge Dredd. So yeah, it was good finally getting one of those in the collection. And I have a friend who's the guy who's 3D printed everything for me. He will, or he's busy 3D printing for that and some other stuff I've ordered from him as well. The second accessory I have is a in-box, not a complete. It doesn't have the styrofoam, doesn't have the manual, but it's still in box. Box is, you know, halfway rough, but still, it's fun. And that is the Famicom Rob the Robot. I do not have either the regular NES or the Famicom one. So I thought it was pretty cool to at least get one Rob in the collection. And he works. There's not a whole lot of yellowing. And as you can see, Rob is red and, you know, the off-white of a Famicom. While the NES one is blue and gray, or blue and white. So yeah, I thought that was a pretty cool addition to the collection. Then we have some miscellaneous pickups. I had to pick up the Lego Game Boy, and it was really fun building it. You know, you have different games. You have 2 different games for it. You can put in there. You can change out what's on the display. Now it's like a lenticular Nintendo, but I think that was really, you know, it was worth it. It's a nice piece to have on display. It's really fun. Another thing I picked up was this little Luigi's Mansion statue. A local store just had this in, so I picked it up. I think it looks good. But you know, the problem with collecting all the statues and stuff like that is I'm limited to space, but we make it work. Then this one, you know, when I first saw it, I was thinking maybe it's this big, something like that. It's cute. And I wasn't sure if I was going to get it, but then some of my acquaintances got it. I saw pictures of it, and I just fell in love. So I had to have it. I ran to our movie theaters that were stocking this in my area, and they were all sold out. So I had to go to the our version of eBay, the Norwegian version of eBay, Finn, and found one in the area, and that is the Yoshi popcorn bucket. Look at the size of this thing next to me. I'm a fairly big man, and you know, it's got the space for the popcorn in there. I think that it was just, I'm so glad. I was a bit worried I was gonna have you know, remorses, buyer's remorse afterwards, but as soon as I had it in my hand, it was worth it. I paid about $30 more than it was at the movie theaters, but it was worth it for me. Yeah, I got this. This is also not something you see every day on the local marketplaces. So when I saw one, I picked it up. There are some things I just pick up when I see them. And that is the Halo Xbox faceplate. I think it looks really, really nice. This is my first, you know, faceplate for it. And if I see any, I'm going to pick them up. So yeah. Now I have to bend up and down because I couldn't fit everything around me here. Another little pick I picked up, I thought it was just cute. And I haven't opened it because it's new in box. It's not sealed, but it's new and I don't want to open it. And that is a Super Mario. It's for the Wii, or it's not an accessory to the Wii, it's just from the Wii era. And that is a little air hockey table. How cool is that? So you got little Marios, and you throw and you shoot the little green shell. So I thought it was just, it wasn't very expensive. I think I paid about $15 for it. I just thought it was cute, so I picked it up. And yep. Then the same guy, he had a lot of cool Nintendo display cases and stuff like that. But I was limited. I'm limited to space, so I picked up two of them, and that is this Nintendo 64 display case from Japan, and it basically just holds a Nintendo cartridge. So of course I put in a Super Mario 64. And this other one is a Super Famicom little card holder. I don't have any Super Famicom games yet. So I just put in some loose discs or loose cards I have for the Super Nintendo. But if you can see, it's got a little branded logo in there with Super Mario World. And it's a nice little display piece. So yeah, I had to pick that up. You had some bigger ones with different spaces for different things, but this is what I could basically fit. And now on to the consoles. And the last piece is the GRAIL piece. The first one is another gift from my wife for Christmas, and that is, I don't know how well you can see it in this light, but it's like a purple lavender PSP. It's a third-party shell, but I just love the PSP, so I have, if I see one in a nice color, I'll pick it up if I can afford it, of course. And she got me this for Christmas, so that was really good. Then I picked up a Nintendo 64 Clear Red, and I will put up, it's behind me here, but it's on a display I don't want to fiddle around with and maybe ruin it or have to, you know. So I just took a picture of it, so I should put it up just here. And I have the European or North American Fantastic series almost complete. I don't have them complete in box, but I'm missing controller for the fire orange and the ice blue, which I'm hoping I will find within this year. And the Japan has 2 consoles for the Fantastic series. They have a clear blue, which is blue and white on the bottom, and they have the clear red, which is red and white on the bottom. So I have the clear blue, and I recently picked up the clear red. So what you're seeing here is a picture of it. I think they're beautiful. So now I have a complete Japan and almost complete European set. I'm just checking what I've written down here, what I want to show. I recently got this. It was a really good deal, and it was local, so I didn't need it shipped or anything like that. I could just run and pick it up. And that is complete in box PS4 Days of Play edition. The box is, is not mint, but it's a 4.5 out of 5. It's really nice condition. Everything's in here. There's not a scratch. There's a little dent here, but nothing. Console is mint. It's barely been used. The controller is a bit more used, but it still looks pretty good. Maybe a 4 out of 5 or 3.5 out of 5, but still, it's really nice. So I recently picked that up, and like they say, the pièce de résistance is I've only seen this out in the wild here in Norway 3 times. This is the 3rd. First, it was a bit broken, and the seller was selling it for 150 bucks. And I was thinking, all right, it's probably going to be years before I can afford one. So I was thinking about it. I think I spent like 5-10 minutes thinking about it, and I figured, all right, I'm going to pick it up as a display piece and just like a placeholder till I can get a working one. A couple of years later, an acquaintance of mine had it in box. I'm not sure if it was complete, but it was in box. And he was asking around 1,200 bucks for it. And at the time, I couldn't justify paying that much for that console. Maybe now, but no, And suddenly it was on our marketplace. So it costed a bit, but it comes with the controller, but the controller is in the display case. I just pulled out the console, and it's fully working. I've tested it. Works with all the games. I've got to test the games. And that is a Virtual Boy. Look at that beauty. Huh? It is, nothing is broken. You often have these with broken stands, but, or they might not work. And like I said, I tested it as soon as I got it. And it's just, that was just like the highlight of the year. I've been looking at these for years, and but it finally showed up. It was, you had to pay out for it, but it wasn't 1,200 bucks, but it wasn't 150 bucks either. So yeah, it was just, oh. Anyways, that was basically the pickups I've had in the last couple of months after the PC was done and paid off. And I have some more stuff on the way, but that will be for the next video. Now, I just needed to make this video so I can pack this stuff away and get it put on shelves. But yeah, thank you for watching this video. I'm sorry it took a long time before I could get this video out. But, it's fun to finally be able to add to the collection again. So hopefully I'll be putting out more videos. I'm going to do a new room tour. I'll wait for the new stuff to come, of course, before I do it. I'm going to do a setup tour of the PC setup for those that are interested in that. There have been made some changes to the room. Like I said, new desk, new shelves, some places, and, new additions to the collection. So if you want to see that, please hit that subscribe button. I've very, very small channel. So if I could get to 100 subs, that would be awesome. But yeah, if you want to see more of this, hit that subscribe. Follow me on my way forward. And I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.